Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, wherever you are watching and listening to me this very hour. This is Yoruba Autonomy Mobile Radio and Television Open Editorial Monologue. My name is Femi Akinri Imisi. Welcome to this edition of Yoruba Autonomy Digest Open Editorial Monologue. Let me begin. One day ago, something happened that was a disaster. That should not have happened. That should not have taken place. And I am so aggravated. I am aggravated for two reasons. One, we have a situation of bandits roaming the environments of the Yorubanation. And these are the bandits we inherited that are people in uniform in the name of a Nigerian public service. Call it whatever name you want. Call it police, call it army, call it DSS, call it whatsoever. They are bandits. See what they did, going for a house invasion, putting people's life and property in danger. Now, I am so very ashamed that I was born into that contraption and was called a Nigerian. I am ashamed of it. But I am not ashamed that I was born a British subject. And that is where we are going. Because I should not have been born in Nigeria. Nigeria should not have existed if the British government had followed the principles and the policies of the agreement that they had with the people of Yoruba land on July 27, 1888, which annulled amalgamation. Amalgamation should not even have taken place. Why did we miss it? Why did they miss it? Why did the British government miss that they have an agreement that made amalgamation impossible and it should not have happened, that made it a mistake? Well, the government of Great Britain signed a treaty with the Alaafin of Oyo, who then was the head of Yorubanation, Yoruba Kingdom, which we are. And as a result of that, it was a mutual existing agreement. Mutually, perpetually. Perpetual means it was meant to live forever because of a clause that is in that agreement. The British government cannot deny it. The British people cannot deny it. International courts cannot deny it. So the British have an obligation to protect Yoruba land. Up to now, forget about independence. Independence involving Yoruba land and the people and Nigeria should not even have taken place. It's a mismanner. It should not have taken place. It was a great mistake, a gross error. And the British government should rise up now and do the right thing to fulfill their obligation to the Yoruba people and stop this Buhari bloodthirsty Fulani government that is sending people and then arming them and asking them to be laying pipes of ammunitions in people's home and pretending that they found it there. They could not have found those ammunition in Chief Adeyemo Igboho's house because he is a peaceful person. He will not be caught doing that. Yes, he has those armors that they showed that they got from his house. The armor could have belonged to him. There are so many people in that house that comes to visit. What is wrong with inheriting armors from your parents and grandparents? It's natural. It's for national protection. So our armor against fate. They do not expect him to have that. I can see how the Buhari government, the bandits, and the bandits that they have in uniform, the hooligans, the crooks, that they will plant evidence, that they found arms and ammunition in Chief Adeyemo Igboho's house. Those can be nothing other than plant evidence. They planted it, they brought it, and they took it with them. In the process, they encountered bandits, exchanged gunfire with bandits, and they are purporting to have met them inside Chief Adeyemo Igboho's house. That cannot be. They should take it back. And I'm telling Malami, enough of these shenanigans. Let my people go. Those you arrested in the house of Chief Adeyemo Igboho are his guests. You don't even have the guts to go there daytime with a legally issued warrant from a court of jurisdiction to serve him without bringing in your banditry style. We know whose orders you are acting upon. You are acting upon the orders of a bandit. The bandit in chief, Muhammadu Buhari, is the bandit in chief, aided by Yemi Osinbajo, who also so ragged, a lawyer of his caliber, a son, for that matter, as they call it. The uselessness of people in the Buhari administration has gone so far that I have told my people, I have said it, I am saying it, and I am repeating it until the Yoruba people begins to treat those that are operating in Yoruba land from and within the uniform of the Nigerian government that passed away, that's no longer in existence, until you make them a persona non grata in Yoruba land. Yoruba freedom will forever be a pipe dream, because you must make them to understand that they are not recognized, that they are seen as scoff laws, and there's nothing to negotiate. Just leave. Ease yourself out of the Yoruba land, Yoruba nation environment, and let the people breathe their natural air of freedom. We are not bush people. We Yorubas are not people that sleep in untouched houses. We have culture. We have language. We are unlike Fulanis and any other tribes. There's no other tribe like us. We have an agreement with the British government, and that's where the problem arises. Because the British government, as we speak, will not meet their own obligation. And that, to me, I would say, is a shame. It is a shame. And the people that are friends of Nigerians and Nigerians that are born in Britain, but that are Yoruba people, should separate themselves from the nationality of banditry. We Yoruba people in this movement for Yoruba freedom must come up with something new and do something better in the direction of truly forming our own government in exile, so that we can properly prosecute the issue of our exiting out of Nigeria without unnecessary bloodshed. What we have now will not cut it. Let us be frank. What we have now in leadership of the Yoruba autonomy and sovereignty movement is too soft a policy. And I have been saying it and I am saying it again. Now I am going to call out Yorubas in diaspora to band together, and I am calling for a meeting, for a conference, and urgently to actually put something tangible down and get out of the foolishness that we are engaged in, because this is total war declared on us, on our land, in Nigeria, on our people, on our family. Don't take it as this is light. It is not light. Those they arrested there in the house of Chief Sunday Igboho should be forthwith released. The bandits should even be ashamed shooting a woman, a lady, a dignified lady, Ife, a broadcaster, and firing gunshot at her, an unarmed woman being shot by DSS. What is DSS? Those criminals should be prosecuted. And let me remind those of you that are working, that are bandits in uniform in the Nigerian landscape area of Yoruba land, that is not part of you. Remember, you have children, you have families, and this administration will come and go. And when it comes time for you, then you retire, and there's nothing for you from the government that you so served, killing the people. If not me, somebody else will remind all of you what you did. Because you are doing it now and it's sweetening you, but what is sweetening you now will end up souring you. Mark my words. Let me say to the families of those that are in the detention camp of the DSS, and to them themselves, calm your nerves. Remember what South Africa went through. Yes, you are our hero. There's no question about that. And we will walk. We will walk. And we will not be tired until you are released and you are well treated. I thank you all, those of you that were arrested in the house of Chief Adeyemo Sunday Igboho, for your service to Yorubanation, to Yoruba land, your service to your people, your defense of your people. You wrestled with the lion, hungry lions, human prayers. That's what Buhari administration and those that are serving in it, that are in uniform and roaming the streets of Yorubanation, Yoruba lands, that's what they are. They are bandits in uniform. Consider them persona non grata. We in Yoruba land must begin now to form our own homeland militia. I am saying it. Let them come for me. I am saying it. We must have our own Yoruba militia, and we must begin to confront this evil that is preying on us. We must defend ourselves against the murdering Fulanis. I say, manufacture your own weapon to defend yourself. Those guns that they planted, they took to Chief Adeyemo Igboho's house, and they brought back, and they are now showing their own world, believing their own lies, because Lai Mohammed, Lai is their liars in principle. They could not have found any weapon in Chief Sunday Igboho's house, because he's a peaceful man. He has been going to rallies and no one has been shot. For them, without even having to do thorough investigation, and they are pronouncing the guns that they had taken to Chief Igboho's house and brought back, to be saying that, oh, that was the guns that they took from the customs, that were raided by bandits that they purported to be us, people of Yoruba nation. It's laughable. You brought those arms and ammunitions to Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho's house. Those are planned and planted evidence that you wanted to use, but it will fail. I assure you, Chief Igboho and those that were in his house were peace-loving Yoruba nation people supporting and visiting their hero, Chief Adeyemo Igboho. Nothing more, nothing less. I will be back.